Morning, Rod.
Morning, David. How are you?
It's a dirty day.
It is. Not the best of days to visit the site.
Amazing how much work's been done over the last few weeks. It's a real credit to you.
Yeah, McMahon's are certainly getting on with the job. We've been impressed with their progress to date, and although there's some pretty poor conditions, they're certainly getting on with the job.
And Oval 1 is nearly level, and so the base of that's pretty much done. And Oval 2, there's been a fair bit of rock in it, but it's going well as well.
Yes, we're probably about 95% on Oval 1. Oval 2 will have the remainder of the rock removed this week, and we're onto the drainage.
Fantastic. And the turf is ordered, and about September?
Yes, turf is ordered. It's growing. We've inspected the turf. It's a great patch of grass, and that'll be delivered 1st of September on site and laid in that week.
Yes, the flight plan, such an important and exciting part of the club's future. And Carl, a big announcement today. The players are going to donate a percentage of their wages to help get this project up and running.
Yeah, I suppose it's really good, and we just decided that we want everyone else to try and donate for us. So we thought, why not we dig in our pockets and actually help out as well. So if everyone out there can dig in and put a little bit of money in there for us as well, that'd be great. As we're looking forward to the new facilities and can't wait to get out there. And
on Saturday night, when we're playing the Sydney Swans, there's going to be a telethon, and I understand some former players are going to jump on the phone, some 2000 premiership stars as well. Yeah, it should be really good. So hopefully everyone can talk to their old superstars. Now, I understand that when you're not training and not playing football, that you're training to be a carpenter. Tell us about that. So this year I decided that outside of footy that I'd like to see what the carpentry trade's like, and so I arranged to start doing a carpentry apprenticeship. So one day a week on a Tuesday I get up nice and early and put the old work boots back on and get out there and start nailing some nails. That must be fun. Get the hands a bit dirty. How do you go with the physicality of a job like that? Because if you're a bit sore after footy, it must be pretty tough. Well, the boss is pretty good with the way that he lets us, if we need a rest, we have a rest. But, he's not getting us to do a lot of the heavy lifting and all that sort of stuff. So he's got the other tradies there to do that. But, it's more just to teach us the ways of how they build and, it's actually really exciting. What's harder, a day on the tools or a day at footy training? Depending on what day of training, I suppose. If it's pre-season, I'd say pre-season's a lot harder, but definitely on the tools all day it's pretty hard. And you're also pretty handy with cars? When before I moved over, I did an apprenticeship in vehicle bodybuilding, which is building buses, trucks and that, so I was always really good with a bit of metalwork, so I decided for my first car I'd buy an old HZ Holden and decided to do it up with my old man. So it took us about 3.5 years to get it to that stage, and hopefully I can bring it over to Melbourne soon. And take it for a spin? Will you drive it, or will it be pride of place in the garage? Nah, definitely will. Probably one day a week if it's lucky. It might go for a spin. I haven't driven it in 3 years, so hopefully it still goes. Well, we hope that the Bombers go on the weekend against the Sydney Swans, a hugely important game. Thank you very much for joining us this week. Thanks a lot.
Here's Barry Young. If I'm going to celebrate 100 games, I'm going to do it in style. He runs a long way. He kicks from 55 metres.
Hi, Barry Young here. I played 76 games for the Bombers in the 90s, and like any player, loved playing finals football. The 1996 preliminary final was a classic. I remember it coming down to the last kick of the game. We came into the game as the underdogs, and so we knew we had to get out of the blocks, and Sheeds had revved the guys up before the game, so we did. We really got off to a really, really good start.
And does so. A good result in the goal to Hurd.
I heard he was on the end of some treatment from Dunkley, and he managed to, he got off that charge, but not through the AFL system. He actually went to the Supreme Court to beat the charge to play in the grand final the following week, which I thought may have created a bit of precedent for the AFL, but as it turned out, it hasn't.
As James Hurd is leaving the arena with the blood, really, you can see it there.
So I heard he took a freakish mark. Shea kicked the ball to him, and he just sort of rolled on. He rolled on and kicked a really good goal, which gave the team a really big lift. I think it gave us belief that we could really win the game. We'd hit the front, and we really wanted to march on from there.
Essendon can hit the front.
In my mind, I knew the clock was running down. In my mind, I thought we just needed to get to a draw and then regroup. That's what I was thinking. Just don't let them score. So unfortunately, Sydney won the ball from a stoppage on centre wing.
The Swans get a point here, they win the game.
I remember Justin Blumfield was sort of in the space, and then Plugger came roaring through at 1,000,000 miles an hour and took a chest mark about 55 metres out. And then as he went back for the kick, the siren went.
Strip goal. If he kicks a point, the Swans are into the grand final. The time is ticking down. Lockett can go all the way, and all he has to do is kick a score. Well, the siren is going. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The scene is set. You couldn't get it any better than this.
So I just remember, I knew we'd make the distance because it's a short 50 metres, it's not a genuine 50 at Sydney, so I knew the distance wasn't a problem, and all he had to do was get it within 21 metres, so I knew we were in trouble.
Lockett, the most important kick in his career. Any score will do. He kicks.
Oh, it was one of the worst feelings I'd had in my football career. I just felt as though we threw it away. You know, as I said, with 3 or 3.5 minutes to go, we were 2 goals up, and it was just, you know, I think I was crying, and there was supporters running onto the ground. It was an emotional time. I remember walking off the ground, and some Sydney supporters decided to have a little bit of a crack. You know, I think one bloke yelled out "Cry baby," and I was ready to set off after him.
I have never seen a crowd react like this.
I bought a manufacturing business about 21 years ago, so actually when I was still playing football, and the business has grown, probably has grown the most since after I retired from football. All of a sudden your focus is on your business instead of sport, and you know, we manufacture pillows, quilts, under blankets, mattress protectors, and 80% of it we make here in Melbourne. Yeah, married, I have 3 kids. I have 2 boys and a little girl, ages 6, 4 and 2. They're a lot of hard work. There was a chance to play in a grand final, and as we know, anything can happen in the grand final. So I was totally shattered, absolutely shattered. I felt as though we'd really gained some momentum late in the year, and I just felt it was a real opportunity wasted.
And I think that their supporters, even though they'll go home disappointed, should be quite proud of their performance tonight.
G'day Hangar fans. A lot of you guys like to know what we do in our spare time. What is that?
It's only the first hole.
This has been a Fox Footy production.